Hey everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back for this week's Stash It Monday layout. I'm going to use the Chamel Go Now Go collection, which is a couple of years old. It's from 2016. I have two photos here of my sister and her husband and her two boys and their wives, and they're exploring around Philadelphia where one of my nephews actually lives. A lot of them are wearing shades of blue, so I thought the navy paper would be a nice mat for that to bring out that. That is the Live paper. All right, I'm going to take my Tim Holtz Vintage Photo Distress ink to ink those edges. Even though it's all the same collection, it really helps unite the collection and the papers if they're different colors. So if I don't have like green in all the papers and that kind of a thing. I am thinking about using that map paper there, but with all the people in it, it's bothering me a little. It feels like it's awfully busy. So I'm cutting that heart paper down. That heart paper is the date paper. It's just kind of busy. I think it looks okay here once I get the heart paper cut down, but it's not my favorite, honestly. And I do have all those other papers sitting behind there. I do like the idea of using that green as like another mat for everything, but even better, I like the idea of this globe paper. It's a little bit less busy, but still gets the idea of travel across. The globe paper is the world paper from the collection. And then that green stripe paper that I have sitting there right now is the journey paper. So I've cut that down, and I think it's about actually it's about 4 inches. I have the layout next to me and just looking at it. It's actually about 4 inches. Now my ATG ran out and I saved you the pain of it. It took a little bit just because something was sticking. So anyway, photo editing, yay. Or video editing. Okay, so putting the green paper down, and I forgot my little the use circle on top of the other circle to keep it on track. If you're wondering what that is, just message me. I'll tell you about that if you don't already do that. All right, so now I have inked everything, and I'm thinking about titles and using up some of these thickers, and those are the Let's Go thickers from the collection. And I like the idea of the word wander, because it is kind of what they did, was they wandered around. I need to use some of those up. I love the thickers, but I never think about using them. And now I'm grabbing the chipboard stickers from the collection, and I'm just pulling out things that I think might work here, and I stuck them to the paper, so I had to be really careful there. Stuck them back on there now that I knew that that's what I wanted to use. And I have a taxi there. Part of the reason I have that is this is obviously a big city, so it's appropriate that I'm using that. I do like that building over there, the red building, but I don't like how it really got lost on the paper there. So now I decide to put them over on the other side here, and I kind of overlap them so that the red isn't sitting directly on the paper. It's going to have a little bit of a shadow behind it. And then I just moved the taxi over. Thought about putting the camera at the top next to the wander, but then I realized that there's plenty of room down there by the card so that I can do like another sort of piece there, another sort of piece. I did think about changing out the airplane card, which is from the 3x4 cut apart sheet, or it's from the cut apart sheet that's called Run. Thought about using that suitcase card, but I don't know. The colors weren't as good, I think, because it was more pink. I really liked the blue. All right, so I'll ink that up. And I'm liking the layering of the chipboard I'm doing here. I don't often do that. I certainly use lots of layers on my layouts, but not always layered chipboard. All right, and that is a little low, so sorry about that. I am thinking about using these buttons from the collection, so I put one down there but didn't really love it, so I took it off. I'm thinking I want a circle element down there, but maybe that is not the right one. So now I am going through the cardstock and acetate shapes, which is the die cuts, and I find this yellow building and I'm like, ooh, that'd be cool, because then there'd be 3 buildings over there. And again, just another layer. Then I find that circle, and remember I said I was thinking about a circle element. Doesn't really have anything to do with anything, but I like the idea. Thought about putting this blue building up there. It is a die cut of the chipboard one I had there though, and so the scale was the same and I didn't love it. So I put that back. So now I'll ink my die cut edges there. And again, the die cut, it also, besides blending everything, it just gives those edges a little bit more of a shadow and a definition. Now, because those chipboard pieces are layered, they need a little bit of foam tape behind them, which is what I did right there. There we go, just kind of deciding where that's going to all land. Need a little bit of foam tape behind the taxi as well, for the same reasons it went behind the building. And yay, I've used my taxis. Now I am going to the sticker book here from Go Now Go, and just kind of trying to figure out what I could use. I liked the sentiment that said forget the routine, and I liked the one that said wander aimlessly as well. All right, so I have those two up there, and for some reason I just like the navy on top. I think it was just because there's another color separating the two blues. I found that little map sticker there. I like that idea. Just going through the book, not just looking to see what I can get onto this layout, since I'm coming towards the end, especially of the sticker book here. I have that geotag there, and I'm going to pop that in on the edge of the map there. Thought about another one up next to the wander, but I didn't really like it up there. I just like the wander just by itself. There was a little like luggage tag or something there that I thought about, but it didn't work well. Also toyed with putting a button back on there, but I thought that really that cluster on the bottom was really nice and layered, lots of dimension with different things there. So then I have the enamel dots here, and I think these are actually from True Stories. I'm pretty sure that that's what collection this is from. So I had 6 dots and 1 star left, and they are all going on this layout. So yay me, I finished something up, and they are from, the enamel dots are from 2014. So that's why I think they're True Stories. The colors are right for True Stories. If not, it might be Starshine. Could be either. I had to get a little more ATG down there, but so now I have used up the enamel dots that I had sitting out. I keep those things like that I'm getting close on the left-hand side of my desk. So when I'm looking for enamel dots, I try to go there first. Now, I want to do what's going to look like a subtitle, but really is going to be the title of this layout, and that is going to be Philly. So it kind of reads Wander Around Philly. And I thought about those little, I thought about the letter stickers from the book, but I didn't have enough of anything, and they're multicolored, and I thought it would be too distracting. So I took out these tile letter stickers from Studio Calico. They're alpha stickers from 2013. Don't know why I have any blue alphabet sitting, especially navy, in my stash, because they are so hard to come by, but I do. The good news is I used a lot of them up on this layout. So I thought about going right under the wander there, and then I thought about the bottom there, and I really like the way the photo sits on top of that title there. So it's kind of like a looks like a subtitle, but really is the title. And wander is just another embellishment. That's the like a design element there versus the title itself. Even though y'all probably think it, when you look at this at first, that it's Wander Around Philly, but that's okay. Anyway, all right, so that is the still shot. Here's a couple of detail shots. Hope you guys are all well, and we'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye!